What's going on, Pat Station? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pat's Talk Patriots podcast. Hope all y'all doing all right today. Coming to y'all on a rare occasion on a Sunday, man. We do have some breaking news. The Patriots we just fired Jerod Mayo after the game between the Buffalo Bills. Speaking of the game, we did end up winning the game, improving the record to 4-win season, 4-13. So accumulate the same number of wins that we had last year. And going in, so I mean, you didn't really not really much of an improvement. Actually, thought they was going to lose that game today. Didn't like no team really wanted to win. Joe Milton came out, balled out, had a pretty good game. Drake may start the game. I don't know his complete stat line, but he started the game, played the first series, then he was out. Joe Milton took over in the first quarter. Played the rest of the game. Kayshawn Booty had a pretty good game, man. I like what I seen from Pop Douglas. Javon Baker, there was a Javon Baker sighting today. But let's go ahead and get to the breaking news. Jerod Mayo is out, first year head coach. Just to start off, I knew it was kind of strange from the start whenever we did hire him. I don't think he was ready for the job. And DJ, you about to comment on it in a few minutes. I don't believe he was ready for the job to start. I think we kind of rushed it on the hiring and whatnot. I think they said they had something built into his contract or whatnot. But you could just tell during the season, the press conferences were bad. Him walking back comments, some of the in-game management wasn't the best. I mean, you can just finish up. What else did you see from him? We got a lot of comments coming here now.
I'll say
make sure y'all hit that like button, man. I appreciate y'all joining on this breaking news podcast. Hit that like button and make sure you hit the subscribe, man. It's a bunch of y'all in. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
I'll say the inconsistency, like throughout the year, like it wasn't like. At least I thought that Buffalo Bills game, I thought that maybe like solidify his job. Okay, yeah, he going into 2025 to be the head coach. If we would have built off that game, things would have been different. But it was never no consistency. Like you go toe to toe with the Buffalo Bills, and then you get blown out at home against the Chargers. It was just like that the whole entire year. I mean, I get we wasn't like looked at to be a winning team this year. We just wanted to, draft, develop, build throughout the year. I mean, you just never seen no consistency, man.
Yeah, and then I think the hate was in the barn after the when we came back from the bye. I'm gonna tell you when I think it started, that Cardinals game. That Cardinals game was the beginning of the end of Jerod Mayo in New England. It was I think we came back from the bye. They came out flat. It was so bad. I don't even remember the final score. I know it won't close. James Conner ran all over us or whatnot. I mean, it was just they weren't ready. They had penalties, bad assignments on defense. I think the hay was in the barn started after that Cardinals game. How do you come off of a bye and you play that flat? You had 2 weeks to prepare for the Cardinals. What did you do over the bye? Like they came from the bye, they played pretty bad, coming off the bye. And listen, we did a recap show on that game. That Cardinals team was not all that. That's not a great Cardinals team. They was battling for a playoff spot, and they just got eliminated a couple weeks ago. But that was a winnable game going into Arizona, and you could have beat the Cardinals. Gonzo played a pretty good game. He did pretty good on Marvin Harrison and whatnot. The Cardinals game, that's not the Chiefs or the Eagles or the Buffalo Bills. We could have won that game. And then the game before the bye, it was the Colts, I believe. You could have won that game. You had a lot of games this year you could have won if you would have managed the game well. If you could have, and we're going to get into the rest of the coaching staff in a minute. What does it mean for the rest of the guys? Elliott Wolf gone. Alex Van Pelt, some of the coordinators, the coach. I think we're about to get into it, might as well go ahead and get into it now. I think if you can get rid of Jerod, you might as well clean the whole house. There's no point of putting a Band-Aid on it, getting rid of Jerod, keeping Elliott Wolf, keeping Van Pelt. You might as well clean house. If you can go out and get Vrabel, Let Vrabel pick his GM and bring his own people in, or if it's Ben Johnson. I see a lot of people on Twitter, and I kind of agree with them. You bring in Vrabel, he played for Belichick, kind of like Jerod Mayo, but I think he's different than Bill Belichick. He didn't coach up under Belichick or whatnot. I think they're very different. Now, he is a former Patriot, but I think most people want to just get rid of all that, like kind of putting a Band-Aid over it. I think Vrabel would be a lot different than Mayo because he had the experience. Excuse me, he played under Belichick or whatnot, but he didn't coach up under Belichick. Gerard was a Patriots coach. People forget he was the linebackers coach for the past couple of years up under Belichick. So the interesting thing would be is what do you do? I mean, Vrabel, we know Vrabel's a winner. He had some pretty good teams in Tennessee. They were good run the ball. They were physical and whatnot. And they got rid of him after a couple of bad years or whatnot. But Vrabel started out pretty good with the Titans. So I want to see what do they do? I know they just released a statement on the front of Jerod Mayo. Bro, how did it happen so quick? I'm shocked that it happened so quick.
Man,
I mean, before the players can probably get dressed to go home for the day, the coach is getting fired. Like, how did it happen that quick? I don't understand that.
Man, I was thinking that same thing because I watched the press conference. I just wanted to see the questions they asked it, Jerod, about us winning.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. It's a bunch of y'all in. We got a breaking news podcast, man. Please hit that. Give me that thumbs up. It's about 40 y'all in. I want to see 40 thumbs up. Give me that thumbs up. Share the content and make sure you hit subscribe to YouTube. I appreciate it. You ain't got to be a Patriots fan. Still do it. I appreciate it. Go ahead, DJ.
But yeah, that did happen so quick. That was soon I seen that, I sent that to you. And then before that even happened, I was asking boys in the Discord, I was like, when coaches normally get fired? It was like sometime next week. No, nobody expected it to happen right after the game. But back to your question about like how will we do with the staff? Like, is Elliott Wolf gone? I seen Ben Vollen, he said AVP is gone as well, but I mean, I ain't really hear too much national reporting on that, but
I'm looking right now while you on it.
But I did see Albert Beer said.
Oh, it said breaking news: Elliott Wolf is expected to return as VP of Player Personnel. So yeah. Elliott Wolf is coming back.
I think Elliott Wolf got ties with Vrabel, if I'm not mistaken. I think
Patriot vet has not been fired per Albert Breer. Things can change quick, but as of right now, Elliott Wolf. So he's not. So Elliott Wolf is still gonna be there, I guess.
And then, like, you know how we was just talking. Well, it was last night, and I was telling you how the comments Elliott Wolf was saying, like, I don't think he.
I think Van Pelt is gone too. I'm looking to confirm that.
I know all the coordinators gone. All the coordinators gonna be gone.
Let me see. I haven't seen that. No, I can't confirm Van Pelt yet.
They gonna be gone. You gotta.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be gone, man. I know I know Bill somewhere smiling and laughing, man.
Right,
what a clown. So I thought about that earlier, man. I know Bill's probably somewhere laughing, man. You got to feel for Bill, though. You got to feel for it, man. I'm laughing myself, man. Like, but Mayo wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the job, man. I think they hired him a year too early. He wasn't. Yeah. You can see. I mean, I knew his first press conference when they introduced him. And we ain't gonna get into the political stuff, but I knew his first press conference. I think he said something about he says he was like, do I think I'm gonna be a good coach? He said he didn't know. When he said that, I knew right then. Nobody said that. Do you remember that? The whole
I remember
nobody said. I've been thinking about. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back and look. And I thought about it. I said I remember his first press conference. I thought I was tripping. I actually had to go back to it. And he said he didn't know if he was going to be a good coach, and that was a red flag right there. I think that was a major red flag when he first said that. He was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be a good head coach. He said he'd like to think or something like that. I can't believe, but I remember him saying he don't know if he's gonna be a good head coach. I knew right then something was crazy. Yeah. I knew that was the first red flag I seen right there.
Right.
But bro, for them to fire him that quick, this didn't just happen. This had to happen like probably last night or sometime during the week. The hay had to be already in the barn or whatnot. Like they had already had it. There's no way you can type a statement up that quick. Like so,
right.
Like, there's no way you typing up a statement.
Yeah, that was definitely planned.
There's no way. So I would like to know, like, how did it happen? And I knew this morning. I don't know if you watched Countdown, but Schefter said he was leaning towards out. I was driving down the road. I was like, "Oh Lord!" I normally don't be on my phone when I'm driving. I seen that. I said, "Oh, I had to pull over and read that." So
And,
I was
and
like,
just
wow.
and just last night, Andrew Callahan, he did like a little podcast I was watching when we got off the show. He had said if he was to guess, he think Jerod would be back next year.
Keep talking, keep talking. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, but man, that happened so quick. Like, I mean, I kind of feel bad for Mayo just because he was put in a position too quick. Like he was put in this position too quick, and I was kind of mad by losing the number one pick. I thought
Yeah.
losing that number one. I was mad about losing that number one pick, but us firing Mayo, man, that sealed the deal.
Bro, like, and then I think Jamari said something a while ago. Oh, hey, appreciate all y'all commenting. I appreciate it. The Chargers game, I think that was the icing on the cake. The
That
Chargers.
was the icing on the cake.
Anything that happened, we could have blew the Buffalo Bills out bad today. It
And
don't.
then,
It wouldn't even matter. Nothing would have changed.
and then, Kraft losing money, man. Did you see like the stadium today?
Yeah, I seen it.
Too many
It
empty
was empty.
seats. Like
Kind
me.
of felt like a funeral or something, man. Like just something weird was going on.
And then, Schefter, he did say, like our job is like a lot of head coaches is like on down our job. So I mean, and he said we're gonna do the right thing this time by
But
interviewing
bro,
more.
it was crazy how the opinions they switched so quickly. Just a couple weeks ago, it was like, yeah, it would take a collapse or something
Right.
crazy for them to get rid of. Yeah, Kraft doesn't want to do it like that. He don't want to do all that. And then boom, all of a sudden, before the players could get dressed to go home for the offseason. And because during this time right now, they doing post-game press conferences and all that. I'm like, I thought that was like a fake page or something when you sent me that article. I
I
didn't
thought
know
it
till you sent
was
it to me.
too.
I was like, hold on,
Someone,
right quick, hold on. Let me see what's
someone
going
sent
on,
me that. Someone sent me that. I had to go look, make sure that was the real Adam Schefter.
bro. Yeah, because it's a fake Adam Schefter out there. But I knew
Right.
this morning when Schefter said that he just don't spit
He
stuff
don't.
out like that. Yeah,
He talk when he knows stuff, man. He talk
I
about.
typically lean towards Rappaport when he posts stuff about the page because he used to work for the Patriots, so he
Oh yeah.
got more connections. But Schefter is a word like Rappaport. He's more closer to the Patriots than Schefter is.
All right.
But I mean, Schefter been doing it for a long time. It's crazy, man. We got a lot to talk about this all season. I wish we could have got the number one overall pick, but I mean, it's bigger than that right now. You still got a lot of cap space. You got the fourth pick. Maybe they still get Travis Hunter. They still can get a pretty good player at 4. It could always be worse. You could have went from 1 to 8 or 1 to 10. It could always be worse. But
Man,
yeah, your top 5 pick. A lot of things can happen between now and the draft. You got Pro Bowl, combine meetings, top 30 events, a lot of things. And we always know it's always 1 or 2 players that shoot up the draft board and they go somewhere where they're not supposed to be going. So we can't just sit here and look at the draft right now and say, well, they could have did this. It would have been great to have that extra capital, but this is crazy right here. They get rid of Jerod. I thought they would have got rid of him like maybe middle of next week.
yeah.
Like when, you know what I mean? But I think what it is, Vrabel's already out there. And Vrabel interviewed with the Jets already. And I think Vrabel got I think he's interviewing with the Saints and the Bears next week, I think.
Yeah.
So he's heating up. Vrabel already wants to come to New England. So, but the one thing, if they are going to hire Vrabel, I want them to do like have some other coaches come in too. Don't just
Yeah.
bring Vrabel in.
They said they're
Like,
gonna do that.
yeah, talk to Ben Johnson, talk to some other guys and whatnot. But this is crazy, man. Like it's like, and I was listening to Greg Bedard podcast last night, and he said something about maybe they use this year as an interim year, like a tryout year for Elliott Wolf and Jerod Mayo. It makes sense though because his contract was already in there. I think they hired him a year too. I'm not saying Jerod Mayo would never be a good coach. I just don't think he was ready for it right now. It was just too big. And yes, the talent, he didn't have the talent on the team. The talent was horrible. But during the year, you're supposed to be getting better, not getting worse. You're supposed to get better. And we won't like what did he do good this year?
That's exactly what I've been
Besides
trying to
walk
figure
on the
out.
sidelines with a grumpy mad face. And I mean, what did he do good this year?
Man, I look at it like if you the Krause, man, you gotta pick your poison because they say Ben Johnson would love to work with Drake. Man, if you get Ben Johnson, you won't have to worry about another offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
You let him pick his style. You can just look at the Lions plays, man. They just so creative. You can only can imagine what he had to do with Drake May. But Vrabel, he do know how to pick a staff though, cause he know how to pick a good staff.
Quarterback, the crowd's coming because he made the wrong choice with Mayo. He wouldn't hesitate to rectify
Or
the
do you think
situation.
you guys?
I'm
I
trying to
think
find something on. Hey, if y'all in the chat did AVP, did he get fired? Somebody comment that in the chat. I'm looking on Twitter right
I
now.
seen Ben Violent said that, but I wouldn't take him serious.
Paragraph Patriots, Patriots executive vice president of player personnel Elliott Wolf is expected to return to the Patriots in that role. So I get is executive vice president a person? Is that the same thing as general manager? I guess.
Basically, they just ain't giving him that title. He
Yeah, they
stepped in.
worded it weird. Okay, I actually like Elliott Wolf, man. I think
Yeah,
he
I
got a
think
bad.
Elliott ain't bad.
I'm gonna get Elliott Wolf another year. I don't mind Wolf, man. Wolf not out there coaching. Wolf does pick the grocery or whatnot, but
And he
I
was
mean, if
trying.
Cameron really took the money, we're not in a position to take Jalen Pope or Javon Baker.
He was trying to get us free agency. So I mean, I wouldn't blame Wolf. He
Did you
said,
see the
"Who do?"
article Wolf put out? He did an interview the other day or something like that, kind of throwing people up on the bus.
Right. He
As of
said,
right
"Who
now,
do
the
you?"
Patriots have only fired Jerod Mayo. Front office, including MVP, remains in place.
He said,
So
"Who do
yeah,
you guys think of us picking at 4?" I say Ted McMillan or Abdul Carter range. Maybe Travis Hunter
Mike
though.
Vrabel is expected to be among the candidates the Patriots will interview for their head coaching job. I'm trying to find some on AVP, but I haven't seen that. Y'all comment that in the chat. I'm sure
Man,
y'all.
he gonna be gone, man.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
You don't gotta worry about that. But speaking of AVP, man, look what he did with these quarterbacks. Joe Milton. I know it was against backups, but man, Joe Milton was looking good.
Man, he looked real good, man. And you know what? You know what that's going to do this summer?
What?
People gonna say, "Hey, trade Drake May. We got Joe Milton the quarterback. Trade May.
Nah, trade Joe Milton.
People gonna go crazy this whole offseason about Joe Milton.
Joe Milton done boost his draft value by to a trade
Hey, you might can
fifth,
dangle him out there for a
a
pick or
fourth round,
something.
fifth round pick.
Yeah, shoot, give me a third." And I think Jerod was low key listening to the fans too much. Yeah, good point, Jamar. Yeah, I think, bro, it was a disaster the whole freaking year. From his first
He
press
said we
conference, when he said, "I don't know if I'm gonna be a head coach. I don't know if I can be a good head coach."
all right.
When he said that, that was the first red flag right there.
I know Bill Belichick having the time of his life.
Man, I know Bill is sitting back, kicked up. Man, he laughing. I know that's they got to be good to Bill.
What got Bill fried? It was Bill the GM. It wasn't Bill the coach. It was Bill the GM.
I think who you think? I think it'll be Vrabel, man.
I think it's gonna be Vrabel. This is what he wants.
So who's gonna be the OC then? Josh McDaniels.
I've been hearing Josh McDaniels. I heard.
But he's kind of like a Patriot retreat, though. It's like you know what I mean. You just like you're bringing the band back.
I heard either Vrabel, Josh McDaniels, Vrabel, Mike LaFleur. I heard that.
Somebody said, "Oh, Nathaniel, we beat the Bengals. That's what Mayo did." That was like our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, you remember they gave him the Gatorade? They gave him the Gatorade bath and all that.
Yeah. Hey, what about Brian Flores though?
I like Flores.
I don't think they give him a chance, but he wouldn't be a bad idea either though.
I know COVID is gone. They're probably gonna wipe that whole because you probably gonna hear a lot more firings tomorrow.
Man,
like,
Man, you don't gotta worry about no Covington. You don't gotta worry about no AVP. Just know that Nets head coach gonna have his say so into who he want to be on the staff.
And it happened because now we can get the culture back with the Patriots.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can get us back to playing some good football. I think it was going I didn't really believe it until I remember I texted you. We was texting other. I said, "Hey man, I got a weird feeling about this, man. Something feels kind of off." I think Diana Rossini from that letter, she said at first, she was like, there's been a noticeable shift change or something. Like, okay, wow.
Yeah.
Her and Josina Anderson being real consistent on it about him coming back. I think that Cardinals game was the beginning of it, and then the end of it was the Chargers game. Like that was embarrassing. Then fans not showing up to the game. I mean, I know it was the last game of the year. We're not going to the playoffs, but that thing was empty. Like if me and you were there, we could have got front row seat. We could have just walked all down and walked close to the daggone field. It was
I heard someone told me like row 4 seats was like $93 today.
It shouldn't be $93.
And
then
like
$12.
But the one thing I can say is
Yeah,
next year,
okay. We just
next
got some more news. Past GM expect to be saved. Jerod Mayo found a likely won't impact the front office, CBS Sports. So I guess Elliott Wolf and Matt Groh, they're gonna stay.
yeah, I don't mind that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. I heard people saying let Vrabel pick his own staff, but I also heard that Vrabel is connected with Elliott Wolf. Elliott Wolf,
I didn't know that. I
yeah,
think I seen that. I think I seen that somewhere too.
I don't know, man. Hey, see if you can figure out if Vrabel and Elliott Wolf got ties.
Yeah,
Because if
keep
they
talking. Yeah,
because if they do, you gotta think that Vrabel gonna be the head coach.
yeah.
If they keeping a GM, they got something in mind.
Oh man. Yeah, I think so. I think I heard it. You ain't the first person that said that they might be
If I
connected.
can
I
find
don't know
something,
how because Elliott went to he was in Green Bay, then he was in Cleveland.
right?
And Mike Vrabel just was in Tennessee coaching. He hasn't been. I think he's with the Texans, I believe, as a linebacker coach or something like that.
I'm gonna figure.
So
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
figure.
how they would be connected.
I'm gonna figure that out tonight. I'm gonna let you know.
If so, then I mean, I'm willing to give Elliott Wolf another year.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, man. Like, a new head coach, if it ain't Vrabel, like if it's a Ben Johnson,
Yeah,
he might want his own GM he can work with.
because normally the head coach picks the GM.
Right.
You know what I
That's.
mean? No. The general manager picks the head coach, right?
I mean,
Cause yeah,
it
you
be
get your
like that
GM.
sometimes. It be like that sometimes.
Yeah, GM normally picks the head coach.
Okay, we beat the Bengals. That's what Mayo.
No Hunter, that was done. Yeah,
I mean, we still can get Hunter.
beef my yeah. We still can get Hunter man at Fort like it, bro. Like I said, initially I was frustrated, but every year people rise in the draft and they go down.
Right.
I mean, you don't know what can happen. All it takes is one team to pass on Travis Hunter. We know
Right.
Tennessee's going quarterback. The Giants, more like they probably go quarterback. The Browns are the tricky team. The
Yeah.
Browns, I feel they could go a number of ways.
It's that team that don't go quarterback in that top three.
Yeah.
What do they do?
I mean, next year 4-13. Let's hope we better than that
Nah,
though.
but look, I look at it like if you get Vrabel, you gotta hope you have like a Dan Quinn type of situation. The effect he had on the Washington Commanders this year,
Mm-hmm.
without them really adding significant pieces, all they added was Jay and Daniels. Build up some depth pieces. Bobby Wagner, like adding
I'm
the
talking about
experienced coach.
Mayo. Yeah, Harvey. That came out. Well, I ain't gonna say it came out nowhere. It came quick though. Came out nowhere quick. Might be the next head coach. I'm hoping Ben Johnson. I want mine an offensive guy. We need to get this offense going. In
I
this
love
league,
Ben
in
Johnson.
today's league, you gotta score points.
I
You gotta
love
score
Ben
points,
Johnson.
man. You need to score points.
You hire Ben Johnson, you won't have to worry about no offensive coordinator.
Would you guys want Ted McMillan? Of course, we need talent.
Right.
We need talent. Travis Hunt, Browns going 100 guaranteed. We'll see. Browns can go a number of ways, man.
But
They
look,
can because if they
I
get rid of
can't
Miles,
see the
if they get rid of Miles Garrett, they can go Abdul Carter. They get
I
a
can't
pass
see
rush.
the Browns going Travis Hunter.
Yes,
Like
rumors that they might trade Miles Garrett. They can go pass rusher.
right.
So I mean, Hunter might fall in our. I mean, we don't know. Hunter might
Yeah.
still fall in our lap. Like this draft, like it's just why it's gonna make an interesting 3 months. We don't know really anything right now. And
Yeah.
then if you like Hunter that much, trade up for him.
We'll find out.
Like if you like him that much, trade up for him. Give me 1 second. Plug up my charger. I do believe though with I want to see how does free agents pursue the Patriots this year. Like, are we a destination this year? Hopefully you have a new coach, a new head coach. You got your quarterback. The good. Listen, it always can be worse. We're picking four. I mean, we could be picking outside top five. We could be picking outside top 10. So it could always be worse. We're four, and this draft ain't the draft that you're gonna get a haul from that with that number one pick. So I mean, we're still guaranteed a pretty good player. I mean, just imagine we're picking 8 instead of 4. Like it can always be worse than what it is. So you got to look at it from a grand scheme of things too. You can't just panic. Miles Garrett to the Cowboys. I could see that. And that'll fit. That's going to be a need for the Browns. They're going to have to get a pass rusher. Abdul Carter to the Browns, maybe. Without
Correct.
luck, we're not getting any game changes. Come on, B from Ohio. Don't be so negative, bro. Don't be so negative. Bring some positivity. Without luck, we're not getting game changers. I feel you though, B. I do feel you on that. Let me see. Patriots go heavy in free agent and pick best available. Yeah,
I
could
heard
see
that.
that.
Yeah, I
I
heard.
mean, if you're picking 4, you might got the tricky team gonna be the Browns. What do the Browns do? It's been rumored that they're gonna stick with Deshaun Watson. So what does Cleveland do in the draft? Does Travis Hunter do that much? I mean, I think they got offensive line need. I think their corners are pretty good. They got Jerod at wide receiver, Elijah Moore. So what do the Browns do? And they're gonna be. I mean, they need a quarterback, but they're bringing back Deshaun Watson, so they're probably gonna pass on Cam Ward or Shador. Giants probably want Shador. I would hate for him to go to the. I would hate for him to go to the Giants. Could they get Neighbors and Hunter? Good gracious! And what if they get Neighbors and Hunter? Then go pay Sam Darnold. So,
That'd be
it's
crazy.
gonna be interesting for sure. Come on, Ken. Good versus great. But man, this crazy. Like this what a trend. You fired 2 head coaches in a year span. You fired 2 head coaches in a year span. Now you're starting to look like the New York Jets.
No, they
You're
know
starting to look like the Jets franchise now.
they know they got to get this right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. You starting to like the Jets. You fired 2 head coaches because Bill Belichick got fired around this time last year. You fired 2 head coaches in a year span. Picture that. Like that's crazy. Now you're starting to like New York Jets. Now you look like an incompetent franchise right now. That's unorganized. Browns need wide receiver, running back, and offensive line. Yeah, they got a bunch of needs. Maybe they trade back a couple spots, go Ted McMillan, Mason Graham. They can use a defensive tackle. I think if they get rid of Myles Garrett, Abdul Carter, he could go to the Browns because they're gonna need something on that defense. They got rid of Zadarius Smith. He went to Detroit. They need another pass rusher. So Travis Hunter might fall out loud, man. I wouldn't panic right now. Then we still got pro days, combine, pre-draft meetings, all that stuff. Depends on what he wants to play. Hunter might mess around, fall right in our lap still at 4. I would love our Patriots to go get Ted McMillan or Hunter or Banks. If we fail this all season and draft, we're screwed. Yeah. The biggest thing is if they keep an Elliott Wolf, that could mean, how do we trust Wolf now? What say is Vrabel, if it is Vrabel, going to have? That's why I think we should go like an offensive coach. Because if you get Vrabel, now you got to get an OC. You got to get a new DC. Because I think COVID and some of them guys might go with Belichick. I don't think Mayo go. But some of the guys might go with Belichick to UNC.
Correct.
So now this year, you're looking at a clean sweep again. New head coach, new DC, new OC. And then you got to look at the development for Drake May. It's going to be his second OC in a year. So you got to look at that stuff. Now, sometimes some quarterbacks, if they're good, they can get over that type stuff. But it just felt like the staff this year was put together at the last minute. It felt like we just picked up
Last
some
minute
or something. It felt like we picked up the scraps that nobody wanted.
I seen someone said Mike Vrabel head coach and Brian Daboll OC.
I wouldn't mind that. I love Daboll. Daboll be a good OC.
Diana Rossini said the same thing about the Giants. She said the Patriots and Giants, people outside the organizations think that they both can be making head coaching changes. So the Patriots already made their change. Let's see if the Giants firing Daboll.
The thing with Daboll is, would Daboll want to be an OC or a head coach? He just got fired from a head coach. No, he ain't got fired yet from the Giants. But if he does, would he want to be the OC or is he still looking ahead? I wouldn't hire him as a head coach. No. Some guys are good as OCs and some guys are good as just head coaches.
Right.
Because if you get Vrabel, you bring in. Daboll used to be with the Patriots. He's another Patriot, former Patriot coach. He used to be with us. So I would go Daboll, maybe McDaniels, Ben Johnson. But you're gonna have to pay for. You got to pay for Vrabel too. But Ben Johnson probably gonna cost a lot. But I think Ben Johnson's a safe pick because he's an offensive mind, so you don't have to stress about getting the OC right. You know
That's
what I mean?
correct.
You ain't got because if Drake May plays good next year, your OC gone. Your OC gonna be gone. Like if Vrabel bring in his offensive coordinator and see Jets up 15-6. Vrabel brings OC. Let's just say McDaniel. I don't think McDaniel's will get another head coaching job.
Mm-mm.
No, I think that's it for him.
See, that's the thing. You get Verber and McDaniels, you'll probably have McDaniels about for 2 years, 2, 3
Yeah, but I
years.
don't want McDaniels throwing screens every day gonna play though, man. It seemed like he was good for throwing screens and stuff and running on third and long or something. He was doing like a draw play or something.
Hey, McDaniels took Matt Jones to the playoffs, man.
He did. We had a weak schedule that year too.
We got a weak schedule this year.
Good point. B from Ohio. Cleveland, maybe Gent. I don't think they'll take him that early though.
Nah,
No, I think Genty probably goes to the Bengals or Cowboys. I don't think Genty. They're not taking him that early.
Yeah,
Heck
that's
no.
That's too early, boy.
Yeah, not that early. I would love it. Shoot, take him. Take him. But bro, it's been a crazy day, man. Lost no one draft pick, but you got rid of Mayo. It looked like we in store for another crazy. And the thing I like about, I think the offseason go fast because when you got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of news, offseason goes kind of fast. So it's gonna be because next week it's gonna be full of head coach firings, Black Mondays tomorrow, head coach firings, OC firings, all that crazy stuff.
Right.
And then all of January it's gonna be full of head coach firings and stuff like hirings and things like that. February, you got the combine and franchise tags. March is free agency. So it's really about to be a whirlwind. It's about to be crazy. I still haven't seen it on Alex Van Pelt. I'm sure he's probably gone too. But some of that probably come out next week, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elliott Wolf is expected to remain in his current role as a point. Okay. That's weird though.
That is.
Patriots are projected to have over 130 million in cap spaces. Also, a franchise quarterback in Drake May in the top 4 pick in 2025 NFL draft. And that okay, so yeah, we gotta get the and I heard the Titans love Cam Ward. I just saying that. Yeah, so Titans, they love Cam Ward, I heard. So Cleveland, I can't see Shador going there. Maybe the Giants trade up with Cleveland somehow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they go Shador. Then the Browns are sitting at 3. The Browns are the tricky team in the draft. What do they do?
If they trade with the Giants with the 3rd pick, they definitely gonna take Arizona with that 3rd pick.
Or hopefully they trade Myles Garrett and that gives them a pressing need at pass rusher. They can go Abdul Carter.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
But the Browns is the tricky team that I don't know what they're going to do. I wish there was another good quarterback in this draft, so 3 quarterbacks to go. Somebody take Jalen Milroe.
Nah, after that last,
I like Milroe too, though.
After that last game, nobody ain't taking him in no first.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting all season, man. It's gonna be very interesting. Man, we want to hop on for a little bit, man. Hey, it's a bunch of y'all in. We got about 50, 60 of y'all. Hey, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all share the content. Make sure you head over to the YouTube. I'm on TikTok too, Ken's Pat Stalk. Subscribe to the YouTube. Hit the thumbs up or whatnot on my YouTube. Give me that like button. I really appreciate all y'all. Y'all gonna be with me the whole all season. We're gonna do a show tomorrow night too. I'm probably gonna start going live like every night. So y'all just stay tuned. Make sure you turn your notifications on. Hold on, one more comment. Hope and wish for Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland gonna be they in a crazy spot, man. You gotta see what Cleveland do. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it, man. I'm about to hop out trying to get some more news on this situation, man. Hey, turn your notifications on, and we out for a night. I appreciate it, Pats Nation.
Oh yeah,
yes, sir.